Want to talk about first Robert Redford passing today at the age of 89. And I kind of just want to shout out, obviously his long and storied career. But one of the things that really stood out to me was just the way that he ended up using his cultural capital to build a cultural institution. Talking here about Sundance, which is him leveraging his movie stardom into supporting indie films in Hollywood, which at the time really weren't getting that much, bankrolling. And so he used this as a way to create an award show for indie films to get more attention. And, since then, Sundance has become an institution in Hollywood. It's a film festival that generates $200 million annually for Utah. It supports over 900 films. And it has created the Sundance effect, which increased a film's value by 3 to 4 times. So that was just really cool to think about him using his power to create a new community within Hollywood about something that he felt so much about, and that's indie films and supporting them.
Yeah, I think he was one of the ones that was pretty early to, really uh, doing his part to make sure that indie films get made.
Mhm.
In the late 60s, early 70s, he had said he wanted to make his movie The Candidate, which was about, the idea about how we elect people based on cosmetics rather than substance. And
So
Warner
nothing's
Brothers was like,
changed.
nothing has changed. Absolutely not. Or, based on what you see.
Yeah.
But, he told Warner Brothers he wanted to make that movie, and they were like, "Sure, but you have to do the Sting first." So, I think he was one of those early actors, right, to kind of use that, "Fine, I'll take on the big budget movie, but then I'm gonna work on these other independent films that I believe are truly worthy of being made, right, with these messages that we think people should hear."
That's awesome. Yeah. I hadn't heard that story. So, but it makes a lot of sense. And obviously I think we've seen that in how movie stars kind of approach their careers, or you do one for them, one for me. So it's a really cool way to kind of think about how you're using your career to help create the movies that you actually want to create. And then obviously, I mean, we see that with stars that go and are in Marvel movies or DC movies, because they're going to get that big paycheck and then use that to then be able to go take a pay cut on indie films. So that's cool that he kind of started that and then created the Sundance Festival to support indie films overall.